Mark the date on the calendar, the 21st of October 2022. We are here for game week numero uno, number 1 of Sorare NBA. And guys, the excitement is palpable in the air. You know, like we knew basketball was coming for a while, and now that it's here and it's dropped and everyone's getting their hands on cards, and even all of us kind of football heads that are exposing ourselves some of this stuff to the first time, some people are revisiting it from earlier in their fandom and in their life, as well as the actual basketball community as well. That's the thing that gets me super excited, is seeing all the engagement from the players, from the league, from all the kind of famous personalities that deal with like the commentary and the analysis of the stuff. And you know, that's why I wanted to really highlight this in the intro, guys. Take it in. This is game week 1. It will never happen again. This is going to be fun, and this is going to be the beginning of an amazing journey on this platform, on this game. And if I had a seatbelt, guys, I would be putting it on right now, because this is going to be an absolute roller coaster. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be catastrophes, there's going to be monumental successes. It's all going to happen on my channel and on your account. I hope you will join me on this journey as we go through NBA from, you know, my perspective of being an outsider coming in, trying to fall in love with the sport. And I think already, like, it's not really a hard thing, you know, and then using the Sorare experience, the Sorare nous, the professional skills that I've been picking up over the last couple of years with trading patterns and tactics within the SO5 arena. It's still SO5, so that's a good one to transfer over. And even though it is commons, and I've never been excited about commons on Sorare, I'm super excited for this game week. I really am. I want to know from you guys in the comment section what you think of the 2 5s I'm putting out. If I've made any catastrophic errors that have maybe happened since I put the teams together, feel free to let me know in the comment section. As well as all the rares and limiteds I've bought, let me know what you think of them. Let me know if there's something obvious. So I'm only really after 1 or 2 more cards at this point to fill out my base squad, you know. So any suggestions or recommendations, guys, I absolutely love it. And pretty much all my buys have came from recommendations from somebody, because I'm not picking these guys myself. I'm not even looking at data. I'm talking to people, and you know, I'm getting the feel. I've watched a game in a bit, you know. I'm so excited, guys, but also I just want you to drink it in. Game week 1, let's get stuck into it. Now, because this is game week 1, the most teams anyone can actually get out is 2. Now, I would say this to everyone: make sure you do your training teams with your commons, with anything you've picked up, because they're going to get XP in this game week, and the more XP, the better, for as long as possible. That's one of the key lessons we've learned from football that we definitely want to bring over to basketball, and it's one of the main things that I'm not really looking too much, you know, within reason. I'm not really sweating the price of some of the cards I've picked up already. I know I'm going to overpay on 1 or 2. I'm just really hoping 1 or 2 go off big with some of the profiles that I've been scooping up. But there is only actually 2 teams that can go out this week, and that is Common Contender, which is going to give out 100% rewards. That means everyone that enters this, and this will be open every game week, everyone that enters this gets another common card. The tiers go from 1 to 5, so tier 1 is the best, tier 5 is the worst. And then in Common Champion, again, everyone is going to win something, everyone gets a common, but if you can get into the top 1,000 of this, you'll get between a tier 5 to, if you got into the podium, a tier 1 limited. Now, this competition, the only cards you can put into it are the common cards. These are the ones that are for free when you open your account, you get given them. You don't need to, you know, you don't need to spend any money. You get these cards for nothing. So if you can really collect a lot of common cards, you know, because you will get commons every week. They just spit them out, you know. They're not NFTs. You can't sell them. You can't do anything with them. But even from building up a great common base, you can attack the top 1,000 in this and try and pull out unlimited on occasion if you're really, you know, switched on and know your stuff. Now, if you've yet to open an account, Sorare are huge fans of my content, and they give me a special link. That link gets you a free limited once you've bought 5 cards of any price from the market. Once you've bought 5, it will just get dropped straight into your account, and then that card is unlimited. You can keep it, you can sell it, you can do whatever you want with it. I seen somebody on Twitter yesterday, they got their referral card, and it was a Luka Doncic, or whatever his name is, or Luka Jokic, one of these guys. So it can be an amazing card that you can pick up, and like you said, to activate that, you just buy 5 cards from the auctions, and they can be any value at all, you know. Hit that link in the description and sign up directly to make sure that it correlates correctly and activates the free card on sign up. The message I hate receiving the most from anyone that signs up now is, I bought my 5 cards and I never got the free card activated. And sometimes if you click onto something on your phone and cookies and browsers and whatever, sometimes it will wipe it and that kind of stuff. So hit the link, sign up directly, just go through all the stuff. It takes 2 minutes, and then that's it locked in for you. When you go to the invite friends tab, it will say who your referrer is, and it should say Quinny. As soon as you see that, you know you're hunky-dory and you're all set up. Now, this is the common champion team that I'm rocking out with. Now, there's a lot of stories going on here. Now, the first one I'm going to share with you, right, is a bit of SO5 insight, okay? Now, the consensus between the native basketball, fantasy players especially, is stacking probably isn't something that's going to be that useful in this game, because basketball is quite centric to star player, one or two, depending on how they tactically actually play. And I've got two guys here from the Clippers, Big Paul George, who's my MVP, and then this guy Zubac, who a lot of people have told me is a good value buy anyway. Now, an interesting detail that I'm taking into this is that it's the best score from both players. So Zubac has got 2 games this game week. He's playing the Kings, and then I think this is the Phoenix Suns, and so is Paul George. So if Paul George has a great game and Zubac does nothing, because that's just the way basketball works perhaps, then cool, I get a great score from Paul George against the Kings. But then, if maybe against the Suns, maybe things are a little bit different. Maybe Zubac gets the big score and George is maybe the secondary player in that game. I'm just speculating. I don't know what these guys play like or anything, but this is the tactic, the thought I've got is if they've got 2 games, I'm not really too worried about it being a star man, as long as these are the 2 of the main guys and they've got more than one game and they're playing, you know, more than one team. That could be a dynamic, that could be an angle. Maybe my little Clippers pylon here, my little duet, might be able to activate. This is the only guy I've seen play. I've got his common, I've got his limited, I've got his rare. Nick Claxton, he's a centre for the Nets. Seems to be good enough. He's only got 1 game. And yeah, let's just see how he does. It's only a common. Now, Colin Sexton, this guy was on all my recommendation lists I got from people. And then I seen this clip that went kind of viral where he was against the MVP from last year. Is that the Jokic guy, the Joker, or whatever they call him? And this boy Sexton is a badass, man. He's just standing the boy up and it's like uncomfortable how long he's just standing with the ball and no one's moving, and then he just straight down the line, just goes for the jugular. Badass player, really exciting, a big fan of him. He's playing 2 teams, so even if he's hot and cold, that doesn't bother me, because one game he's cold, one game he's hot. Happy days. I'll be quite chuffed with that. And then this Brandon Ingram guy, I know nothing about, but he plays on the Pelicans, and I actually seen the Pelicans against the Nets, and the Pelicans actually looked really good. Like, I actually really liked their kind of tactics, and you know, it's funny because there is a lot of transferable tactical philosophies from basketball to football, and that's been kind of well documented in the past with famous football coaches and basketball players and lots of other things, you know. So, I had a little appreciation for the Pelicans, and this guy, after I've picked these guys that I know something about, he's the best scorer. He's not got a bad score either, 39 compared to my big man here by 45. That's not too shabby, you know. And I've still got 10 points left over, so maybe this team could be improved a little bit. I don't know. But I like that team. It's fun. I feel attached to it already to a certain extent in terms of the tactics, the SO5 philosophy I'm transferring over, as well as the one basketball game and the couple of highlights I've seen. In the contender, now there's no MVP in this one, okay? So what the MVP does for you is they don't count towards that points cap, okay? So when you play in the bigger divisions, everyone gets a big hitter and you don't need to worry about the pressure it puts on the price cap for you, you know. So a lot of people are saying that you really need one of those cards to be a LeBron, you know, like a top shelf, top 5, top 10, top 20 caliber player, if you really want to go and win, strike podiums in some of these bigger divisions as the competitions flesh out. And I can totally agree with the logic in all of that. But with the power cap being what it is, I'm not as convinced that, you know, I don't know. I'm open to trying my own way, and let's see what happens. But when we come into this team here, the common contender, there's no MVP. So you get less of a points cap and you cannot get any big hitters in here. So these divisions really do promote having bit part players, having like maybe low floor, no ceiling players, you know, guys that can tick around, as well as the boomer bust guys, the guys that will maybe do nothing or something amazing. So this division is one that I think I could do hopefully quite well in with some of the profiles I've picked up, if, you know, the people that recommended players to me know their stuff, which I believe they do. But with the power cap I've got, and with the commons I've got, because you can't buy any more commons, of course, as you know, this is kind of, I think, the best team I can throw together. So Royce Neal I managed to see in the Nets. I actually thought he was quite an impressive player, and I don't know anyone else in this team. But it's good to see the Chicago Bulls. I know who they are. We've got 2 guys from the Milwaukee Bucks. So again, They've only got one match. Maybe that doesn't quite go in our favour, but it is a contender. There's not much else going on, is there? Now, what I've managed to do as well is I managed to put out 4 training teams, okay? And I've tried to get a kind of a dry run on what my squads might look like and, you know, how excited I might get or might not get. I've got a full team of rares. Now, I think for that rare contender or whatever it's called, like, if I can get all these guys into the points cap, I maybe need one more rare is what I'm thinking, just for a bit of leverage, just in case one guy is crap or is injured or something. At least one more is what I would be thinking about. But yeah, this is something to start with, I think, isn't it? Everyone's telling me Trey Jones is going to be good. This Mathurin debuted phenomenally. Claxon I've seen play, and Sexton, as I mentioned before, is a badass. And then this Malik Monk really splits opinion. So yeah, this team might do something, and I'm quite optimistic about my chances. I think these are my best limiteds, I think, you know, and I don't know what I'm really basing that on, but I've got these guys as well. So I've got an Sexton, I've got a Wiggins, I picked him up the other day. Trey Jones again, of course, Tobias Harris, Jaden Ivey and Mathurin, the 2 rookies that are kicking ass and taking names. And then these other guys are all quite cheap and quite well renowned by other people that I respect and know the game. And then the last couple of buys, I got a Jarrett Allen, who my brother was quite happy I picked up, so hopefully he's decent. And then Halliburton, everyone was telling me if I've got my Mathurin, I need Halliburton. And his rare, maybe a bit pricey for me at the moment, but he is, I don't know. So, but I had to get unlimited at least anyway, because then I can have him with the boy Mathurin if they have any sort of correlation at all. So I'm rocking out, man. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. I cannot wait. And there's going to be plenty more content coming on the channel. And like, I've had to take a wee bit of a pause for the cause this week, guys, because I'm one of these people that I kind of just want to do what I'm excited about talking about right now, you know? And I need to get myself back into a nice, organized kind of fashion. So over the next coming days, over the next week or two, expect to see a bit more kind of schedule and a bit more reliability, let's say, from the frequency of the content on across all channels. And on that note, guys, if you are on TikTok, please jump over there and give me a follow. Getting to 1,000 means so much for me, because it then just means I can do stuff on there, which is going to be really fun. Yeah, I don't want to give anything away, but yeah. So if you're on TikTok, even if you don't even use it, just give me the follow. I need to get to 1,000 pronto. We're on about 350 without really trying, which is nice. You know, people like the stuff that we're putting out there. If you like it as well, of course, fantastic. And please jump on with likes and comments and all that fun stuff. But if you could drop us a wee follow, it means a lot. If you're new around here, of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and retweet and all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble and wish me luck. And I'll see you throughout the midweek or something. Take care. Bye-bye.